So, for those of us, for anybody who's watching and doesn't know, me and Owen met. How long has it been now? Hasn't been that long. Maybe about a month ago.
Yeah.
So we started talking. I got introduced through Scott Godfrey, who runs Lacrossing Barriers, and he tells me that he's got a media guy, and Owen Falk, who does a lot of their social media, and is he said I would have a great conversation with him. Well, Scott was absolutely 100% right because I would say we've become pretty good friends here, even though we've only met virtually, and I love talking to you. And through that, we have you've decided that you wanted to start your own channel.
Yeah. So Tech-Lax is going to be a little bit a mix of everything. My slogan is where technology meets lacrosse. So it's going to be a little bit of all my interviews with some of the professional NLL guys and a mix of that with doing some technology tutorials and playing some video games.
Yeah. So the technology tutorials, one thing that I have gotten to explain to you a little bit is open source software.
Yeah.
So the kind of for anybody who's never heard of open source software, and this is just my understanding of it, I could be wrong. But so it's a community-based software where people who are good at programming and stuff build software for people to use, and the expectation is in the community, if you use it, they would like you to teach other people how to use it or contribute back to the software somehow. And in the spirit of that, we're going to kind of give some people a run through on OBS for one of our videos. But for
Yeah.
now, we're just kind of talking about how we met. So our first conversation was over this, and I don't know. I said what we were going to do a 10-minute show. We probably were on the call for hour and a half.
Something like that. Good. Yeah, for sure.
It was crazy. It's yeah, it's been awesome. And so having that in common, we kind of talk about lacrosse every week. But one thing that really surprised me was for I didn't know that you really had much of a technology background as far as running OBS, but it was within minutes of me kind of walking you through it that you already were like, "Oh, okay, I get it." So this, and this, and you were like, "Yeah," picked up on it really
Yeah.
fast.
Yeah. Honestly, technology is definitely a little bit of a hidden talent of mine. I can go for a tutorial and digest it pretty quickly and get a trick or two under my belt.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's so when you talk about technology, I mean a lot of it's going to be that, but what are your other like explain so you've got a pretty sweet setup going on at your place too is like we don't get to see it, but how many monitors do you have?
I currently have three monitors. So I currently have one here, one over here, and one over here.
So what do we have on all those monitors?
Right now you guys are on the middle one, so because it has my webcam attached to it. And then on the right one, I have my email open up right now. And then on the left, I have my phone open up as well.
Yeah. So it's definitely been a been a treat getting to work with you because you kind of had a lot more. Yeah, you've got a lot more screens and technology than I've got on some of them. You had the nicer headset when we first started. I was doing this with a jerry rigged headset, but it's been cool. So as far as the technology goes, what kind of computer do you run?
I don't have exact specs at the moment, but it's a Alienware desktop. Where I bought it 3 years ago, and they had the reason I got it for such a good deal was it was an older case with the latest specs put into it.
Nice. I actually run an Alien Wear computer too.
Nice.
Yeah, I think as far as like I mean you could now for it used to be when I was younger you could build a computer for way cheaper than you could buy a nice one. And now it's kind of like with the discounts they put as they build it together, I couldn't have built the computer I wanted and gotten this good of specs for this price.
Yeah, so a lot of but but during the pandemic, actually, it was at prices for components skyrocketed because of everything was so high in demand. So it was actually to buy a cheaper to buy pre-built than it was to buy an actual all the parts and build it yourself.
Ah, is that what happened? Because that was
Yeah,
when I got this one was shortly, I mean, just after the pandemic when I started getting
yeah.
back into this. And yeah, because that's we had built my son's computer a couple years before, and he's actually the one that showed me to use OBS. So it was funny. We've got a 15-year-old kind of being the brains of the operation here, but
Yeah.
he got me started, and then we kind of were off to the races.
Yeah, no, that's basically what happened during the pandemic was computers, all the parts because the factories and stuff weren't laying off workers, so they couldn't produce as much. Same with a lot of stuff, and then so parts became more scarce, and then completed PCs became a lot cheaper because it's funny. We probably bought our computers around the same time then because that's roughly when I bought this one as well.
Yeah, so it was probably yeah, because I couldn't believe it as I was looking for stuff. I was like, wow, that is way cheaper than I could like. I wasn't even close to what it was going to cost me, especially the so when everybody got into that crypto mining. I don't know if you heard knew much about that, but once everybody got into crypto mining, I was like, what are you guys doing? You're killing us because they started buying up video cards and you couldn't get a video card.
Yeah, no, and that's what happened with a lot of components.
Yeah, it's a shame really because now you see the crypto mining too and they got away from so all those people bought all that stuff and then now most of the crypto mining's not even making any money because they changed the theories in the blockchain or something. I don't I'm not a big crypto
Yeah,
guy. I don't understand much of it.
yeah. Honestly, I don't a whole lot either. Maybe we can find out together at a later date.
Yeah, maybe we'll do a podcast where we decide to learn crypto. So
Yeah.
what if so with this channel, what would you most like to accomplish? Like what is your goal? Is it just going to be like us learning and growing stuff together?
Yeah, so it's going to be a lot of learning and growing as a community, hopefully, and, and me showcasing what I love about both lacrosse and technology.
Yeah, and how seamlessly technology and lacrosse kind of brought me and you together and so many people
Yeah,
because yeah, we never would have talked. I mean, we got to be you're on the other side of the continent, really.
yeah, I'm on the other side of the continent, as you said, Greg.
Yeah, with a entire country border between us. So it is kind of funny
Yeah.
that we get to do this. But now what like if you're gonna if we're gonna do these, so how long before you think you'd be live streaming one?
Ooh, I honestly have no idea.
All right, because that's always fun. And then so
Yeah,
like when we put this one out, so we'll work through it together. And then when we go to make it live, you set it as an instant premiere, so you
yeah,
sit there in the live chat. So like if anybody's live
nice.
chatting, yeah, we just started playing with that one the other day. But the
Nice.
what would you like our first video to be?
Probably just this. It's I think we can probably break this down into like a channel trailer.
Sweet, yeah, that'll be perfect. And so we'll work on I'll actually take all that we had talked about before and then splice it into
Yeah,
the middle of this and
cool.
then and then we'll roll from the game and then the other
Yeah.
game. But the so the big thing is without editing, like when you live stream things, it's kind of easy, but you lose the some of the magic is the only problem.
Yeah.
It gets a little bit more of the and when we kind of like stutter over our words, whereas like when I go through and edit it, I can kind of take it out, or when we say silly things and I'm like, wait, no, that wasn't right. Then we get to go back and redeem ourselves.
Yeah.
But yeah, what is the shirt?
Oh, the shirt? It's actually a junior A hockey team here, not in Calgary, in my hometown in BC called the Nanaimo Clippers.
Aha, you're a junior fan as well.
I am. I actually grew up watching and playing a lot of hockey.
You did.
Yeah.
We should that could be one of the things you do too because once we get better at the at you running OBS. I'm telling you, like hockey. I love hockey.
Yeah.
I played so much of it as a kid, that and then like when my kids got older they just didn't play and I kind of grew out of hockey. I still like to watch it live. I just don't like watching it on TV. I'm not sure.
Yeah, that's actually the same for me, Greg.
I'll go watch like a
Yeah,
local high school game live, but to
yeah,
sit and watch it on TV, I don't know. It
yeah,
seems so much slower. I don't know. And after watching box, honestly, hockey seems sloppy. Like with
yeah,
the puck possessions and you're watching a game that like a high scoring hockey game, you're talking like 7 or 8 goals.
yeah.
And in a lacrosse game, if they score less than 10, you're like, wow, the defense on that other team was really good.
Yeah, exactly, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you have a team like Toronto that totally goes for like 22 goals, which is unheard of.
Yeah, yeah, just insane. And honestly, when they did it against New York, New York had been kind of coming back. They had
Yeah,
so their first here, let me I got to pull the stats back up there. Oh, just covered you up for a second.
yeah. All
And
good.
yeah, and he's gone. Oh no, it's doing it again. It
Yeah.
keeps putting it
Well,
on the wrong side.
well, if you guys want more on that, go check out Greg's channel for sure.
Yeah, we definitely will, but let's you know what? We should do a video of you running OBS, me walking you through it.
All
So
right.
so why don't we do our I'm gonna stop recording here and then
Yeah.
we'll you call me back. You set up the Google Meet and everything
All
and
right.
I'll give you like 5-10 minutes to get it going and
All right. Sounds good.
no phone calls, no cheating. No, and
All right.
when I get the Google Meet call, I'm going to be just like the guest, where I get to pop in, and then we're going to see how it
Cool.
goes. And then I'll show you. I'll have that folder that we have all our stuff uploaded
Yep.
in. You just upload it to that, and I'll be able to download it, and I'll put it all together.
Cool. Sounds good, Greg.
Awesome. I'll see you in a couple minutes.
Yeah. Okay, everyone. So today, me and Greg are gonna help walk you through some OBS studio programming. So it may look a little bit funny because you can see my OBS screen and what you know are normally going to see. But for example, here is my webcam. So if I click this, I actually disappear, and all these little icons tend to be your disappearing logo. So first, I'm going to show you how to create your own scene. So we go scene T for tutorial. So as you can see right now, it's all blank. So what should we do first, Greg?
Well, I would add a background.
Yeah, so first of all, we go not that button. So we go sources. At the bottom of sources, you'll see a little plus logo. You go add source, and then image would be your background. Image T, and then your images will take you through to, you press on browse, and then you're in all your file folders. So here, let me find a picture. We're gonna do the DC comic logo. So save, and now this is all people will see when you start up your virtual camera. There's more for that later. And then,
You got to add you now.
yeah, so we'll add me, and I will do video capture device. I already have my webcam set up, so for that I press me cam, and then ta-da, here I am.
Boom.
Yeah, so next you want to add the person you're interviewing or are talking to. For that, we go display capture, and since I have 3 screens, I named one of them Pixar because, well, my my one screen has me at Pixar Pier at Disney California Adventure. So I click on Pixar and ta-da. So what you want to do now is you want to first press. You can't really see my keyboard, but you gotta press Shift, and then
Nope.
oh, what was it again,
Alt.
Vic? Alt.
Yeah, it's alt. So to crop around, so when you click on that, you see the red squares around the thing, everybody.
Yeah.
And what you do is you hold alt, and when you grab those, you move them, and it crops it. So what happens if you move those without pressing alt?
It. Good question, Greg. It makes it bigger or smaller. So see, now I'm making you a lot bigger.
Aha.
Yeah. So for this, we want to go size it right to the person, and boom, there we go. And now if I want to make this bigger or smaller, I go boom.
Sweet. And the way you did the display capture, there's another way to add things like that. And do you know how to do that?
Uh, no, but do you want to walk us through it?
Yes, let's walk through it. So if you hit the plus button,
Yeah.
and then instead of display capture, we could do window capture. I mean, there's tons of options you can see there,
Yeah.
but so if anybody pushes window capture, and now, so if you click OK,
Yeah.
and then it'll ask you which window, because you've got all kinds of window
Oh
options.
yeah, there we go.
So you look for whichever
Yeah.
window it is, and then you can click that.
Cool.
So it'll capture just the window. Now, one thing I had explained to Owen, and once you're in here, it's past kind of where you could do it. But to name your windows, you right click on the bar on the top of your Explorer, whatever Explorer you're using for your Windows, and that'll give you a chance to name it. And then when you see them in there, you'll see the name, and you can go, "Oh, okay, that's that one," without having to click through and look for them.
Yeah. So yeah, and then something else that's kind of cool that I figured out how to do the one day was make a slideshow, so you can actually combine images together and make like a little show.
So this would be perfect if you were going to, say, walk somebody through something and you didn't have a way to do this. You could take screenshots of it. So if anybody who doesn't know, if you hold Windows Shift and then hit S, it'll bring up a screenshot thing that you can select in either rectangle form or a couple different forms. But then you can, and then you go through, like you said, you put slideshow and then you add pictures and it'll do that. But then, you just clicked on scene transitions, correct?
Yeah, I did by accident. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's a whole nother ball of wax.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the slideshow is pretty cool. But now, when you made that background,
yeah,
do you know how I added that to it?
How?
Do you know where that file is?
Ooh, no.
So you know that you sent me a copy, so there should be at least that one in the email you could re-download. But wherever you created it from.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you can actually drag things in as well.
Oh, cool.
So if you
here, let's see. I think I got it here.
Might have been up a little bit more. Oh no.
No, the one I'm looking for is here. Let's try this one. Boom.
So that brings that. But I mean that little moving video that you did.
Oh, yeah.
So when you want to do that, because that's actually called a media source, so you're not going to do the image. Yeah. You're going to add the media source, and then you'll have to find
slideshow.
Yeah.
Create.
No.
Oh.
I think you hit slideshow again instead of media source.
Oh, okay. Media source. Yeah.
Right below slideshow. Yeah. So then now you've got a couple of them in there already. I don't know if one of them is the wave that you use, if that's it. But yeah, so then from here, this is how you add videos and what we actually do to, see. So now you've got that on top. If you go to that where it says wave and drag that down to the bottom, what happens?
Boom. Everything
so now
appears in front of it.
And that was the background that we used for our show that we just recorded, and that will be on the BS and the NLL show. Yeah. And I really happen to be a huge fan of this background. I do like the movement. I don't know why. I like a background that kind of moves a little bit.
Yeah, and I'm actually from BC, so this actually fits in perfectly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I love it. And like I was telling you, with my last name being Beecher, it's
yeah,
yeah, I love shots of the ocean and the water and all that stuff. It's great.
yeah. Okay, and then that pretty much wraps it up.
Yeah. So now we've taught everybody how to add themselves, add their partner. Now we happen to be talking on Google Meet, but does it really matter if you're talking on Zoom or anything?
No, as long as you have like a screen or two, you can always do the display capture or the window capture, and you just gotta fit it to whatever you're on.
Right. Now, if you actually, so you see how you're showing that little piece of your camera over the top of me
Yeah.
on that screen, if you in the Meet screen, you can get rid of that little window.
Oh, okay.
So then if you click that, it gets rid of that little square. See, and now when you see it, you see just me. And then
Yeah.
you bring it back. But yeah, there's different ways, and it's like anything. You just got to keep playing with it. So yeah, this has been definitely an awesome first tutorial for this. And I'm super excited that we were able to do this. I can't wait. So then to walk anybody else through the rest of the process, in case they're wondering, Owen is going to upload this into a folder that we share. And I will take this and I will use a program that I call Filmora. And if anybody wants to see more on that, leave us a comment. And we definitely could do a show on how I use Filmora and how we use OBS. If not, I
Yeah.
think next week we maybe we'll do a quick live and we'll show people how to run a live.
Sure. Yeah, totally. Until next time, guys. This has been Tech-Lax and Blue Sasquatch Productions.
Thank you so much for watching.
Thank you.